Hello, and welcome back to CalinsCraftyNotions with me, Calin. And I thought I'd just come over on here and upload a video. I've been making badge reels from my Etsy shop, and they seem to do pretty well. I had a few different variations that were available. Um, let's see. I have pizza, and this is a new one that I'm going to be adding to my shop is cinnamon rolls. But there's another, let's see, can I find the other ones that I have in my shop right now? I can't remember if we did a video together or not, but here they are. Okay, sorry, I had to walk across the other side of the room. But yeah, so I also have these available in my shop. There's this croissant, which these turned out really good. And then I also have, if I can get this open, waffles. So we have croissant and we have a waffle. And I really like these. I thought these were really cute. So I was thinking I would like to add, here, I'll put these here. I would like to add some other, just offer some different options as far as badge reels. So I was thinking of doing like breakfast. I promise one day I will get through a video where I actually can talk properly. So bear with me. But I wanted to try and make some more pastries. And I was thinking, well, my sister brought this up because I wanted to make Pop Tarts. And my first attempt at the Pop Tarts, I was going to use shrink plastic. So I was like, okay, I'm going to use the shrink plastic. Well, these are how the ones made from shrink plastic turned out. I don't think they're bad at all, but they're a little bit smaller than what I wanted. So I probably need to check on the measurements that I was using when I baked them, because they shrink down. But also, I didn't like how they looked on the reel. Now, not all the badge reels are black. I have clear and I also have white. And not all of them have this clip. They have the like alligator swivel clip. Let me see if I can find one. If I have one close. Okay. So these are the badge reels that I have. And so they have like the alligator clip. It swivels and it pulls like this, and it's pretty long. Like, it's pretty long. So I also have these as an option. But I like just this one, the plain ones, because I feel like it's just more secure to me. I don't know why. The ones that swivel are okay, but I don't know. But yeah, so I made those Pop Tarts because I wanted to try and maybe use plastic for shrinking plastic. But then, I don't know, if I make it bigger, I thought, I don't know. And plus, drawing and all that stuff is not my favorite thing to do. So I figure, well, I can try doing it using polymer clay. And that's what I did. And I started working on these, and then I stopped myself because I was like, I should maybe try and film a video. So that's what we're going to do. We're going to make a Pop Tart for our badge reel. And I already started off with cutting out all of my Pop Tarts. So we're just going to do 4. And I use the Fimo textured, like leather texture clay. I like that because it already has like a really nice texture to it, so I don't have to do much texturing myself. And I like that. And then I just took my, of course, now that I need it, I can't find it. Okay. And I just took my dental tool here that I use for my clay and I'm going to just add the indents onto my Pop Tarts. Because at first when I initially wanted to do these, I was like, oh, how am I going to get the edges to look like, you know, the regular Pop Tart? My sister was like, well, why don't you just make it look like a homemade Pop Tart? And I was like, oh, yeah, you know, when you take the fork and you just press it in there, I was like, oh, that's even better, because I can just do that and it's not going to take me too long to do the indents. So I'm just going to do that. And I can just go through here and just press it all the way around. So it's going to look like my Pop-Tart, or was it toaster strudels? I used to like the toaster strudels a little bit better than the Pop-Tarts, but that's okay. And I'm just pressing down the edges so it's not like a sharp square edge. Make it look like it's kind of, I don't know, like hand molded or whatever. So I'm gonna fix these. So yeah, it's been a while since I've done a video. Life has been lifing again. It's so hard. Like, I have been unemployed since the beginning of 2024, and I suffered from severe burnout. So I decided that I was going to take that time and just try to work on getting my mental health back, and my mental health and my physical health, because right after that I got really sick for a month. I was very sick out of nowhere, and I usually don't get sick, but I was sick and it knocked me down. And then I feel like it took me forever to recover from that, and I feel like I still haven't recovered from it. I probably should have went to the doctors, but you know how that goes. I didn't have insurance. Still don't have insurance. I mean, I have Medicaid, but I don't have the traditional insurance, so I don't know. But anyway, so, you know, I've been dealing with that and just trying to, I started at the end of last year looking for employment, and it is a task out there, because they say there's jobs, but then, you know, when you're getting rejection after rejection, you're like, okay, well, what job is it? What job do I need to look for? So apparently I'm looking at the wrong job. I don't know. But anyway, yeah, so I haven't really been crafting that much, because I just haven't really, you know, had it in me. But then I started making the badge reels, and I've been enjoying that. And then putting stuff up on my Etsy shop. So I just figured, you know, keep doing that, and maybe things can come from that, and who knows, maybe here in the near future I'll have some type of employment. That, like, I really don't want to go back into the corporate world. I really don't. I have learned from, you know, almost 10 plus years as, you know, having a corporate job and sitting at a desk and sitting in front of a computer, that is not for me at all. It's not for me. I did not enjoy it, and I really don't want to go back to that. But I need to start making money. I need an income. I need to have another income. Like, I live with my boyfriend. We've been together for a while, and you know, he's been supporting me through these times, and I really appreciate that. But he can't keep going on forever. We need to have, we're used to having a dual income, so it's been kind of rough not having that dual income for the last years or whatever. So yeah, I'm just, you know, keep applying, and hopefully something will come up. But yeah. Also, I don't know if I said it. I'm using chalk pastels. And I'm just going to add some toasting. Like, what did you say, toasting? Toasting. I'm adding shading to the to my little Pop Tarts. And I like adding a little bit of orange on here too. So I'm using brown chalk pastel, and I'm using orange as well, because I think the orange kind of brings out the toastiness. I'm not gonna put a lot. Make sure all the edges are toasty. Yeah, so we'll do that. But yeah, other than not crafting or crafting here and there, it's gardening season, so of course I had to get back out in my garden. I got my garden all situated, and here in a couple of days I will be planting out, because I have to wait until our last frost date was April 24th. Okay, and we still had frost warnings all the way up until now, which is, you know, we're in the 4th of May. And so here in zone 6, I think we're like a 6B now in Columbus. I don't know. Columbus, Ohio, I don't know. They keep changing it, but we're in zone 6. Now they're saying zone 6B. I don't know. Either way, you can't plan out until May 10th, you know, Mother's Day, which is what they usually say. Me, always impatient, decided that, oh, well, I have these seedlings that are not making it. Like, my seedlings started to die. So I was like, okay, I need to go ahead and get some of these seedlings put out. Like, they should be okay. I'll cover them with some frost cloth or whatever, blah, blah, blah. And yeah, so I put out squash, zucchini, and of course that died because it got too cold. Like, even when I covered it with the frost cloth, it was just too cold. And I knew it was going to happen. I mean, they were already dying when I put them out, so I shouldn't be surprised. But, yeah. So that's kind of upsetting. But what are you going to do? I just started some new seeds, and I'll just start over again. I tend to get the ones that you can harvest early, because I know that I do not have a long growing season here. So, alright, so what I'm going to do is I am actually going to take these and bake them a little bit, and then I'm going to add my frosting with the sprinkles, because I just think that would be easier. So, let's go ahead and put these into the toaster oven. I used to look at the back of my packaging to see how long, but I'll probably just stick these in my toaster oven for a little under, not 10 minutes, but probably like 6 minutes or whatever. And my temperature is set at, let's see. My temperature is set at 250, which could be, I don't know. That's just what I have it set on. So we'll go ahead and put those in. And once they're done, we'll bring them back and we will ice them. Okay, so they are out of the oven. I don't know why I said, oh, I'm going to put it in for 10 minutes. No, I'm not. I only put them in for about 5 minutes, if that, because I'm going to put them back in once I've put the icing on them. So, yeah, I don't know why I said 10 minutes, because I'm not going to do that. Like, I didn't put them in for 10 minutes. So, let's go ahead and add our frosting. I'm going to use this clay tool. Well, it's a dental tool, but if you can see it, it has 2 ends to it. One's like almost like a knife type shape, and the other one's like a little spatula. So this is what I'm going to do. And I think for our first one, I'm just going to go with the classic. white. Okay, so this has been in here for a minute. Now it's not like really hard, but it should work. It should still work. And this is just polymer clay mixed with liquid clay. So yeah. And I made a lot of it and I didn't want it to go to waste, so I just used some small containers and I just put it in the containers. That way when I need them again, I can just pull them out. And I don't have to keep mixing. So just spread this like this. I don't know about you, but my favorite part of the Pop-Tart, I did like the icing and the filling, but I like the crust, like the edges. I used to break those off and save those to eat last. I don't know why, but I love them. So, yeah, I think that's good. I mean, I'm going to cover it with sprinkles, so you're not going to really be able to tell. And I think I'm going to do another one with white frosting. I want to call it icing, but I mean, it's frosting, icing, I think it's the same thing. Honestly. Okay. It kind of starts off kind of hard to smooth on, but then once you get going, it's easier. I think my favorite Pop-Tart, besides the like classic strawberry one, I like the blue, was it blue raspberry, whatever. I like that one, but my guilty pleasure was the cinnamon maple cinnamon one, and I don't like cinnamon. I'm not a cinnamon fan, but there was something about that cinnamon Pop-Tart. It was so good. Ooh, let me get all this off. And it's really good. Yeah, but I think these are going to turn out really cute. Who doesn't like Pop-Tarts? I mean, I'm sure there are people who don't like Pop-Tarts, but can't go wrong with a Pop-Tart. Jeez Louise. I mean, it's late. It's like 10 something. And I just was not feeling going to sleep right now. I've been trying to go to bed early. I'm trying to keep myself on a schedule instead of just staying up to like 2 a.m. like I was before, doom scrolling on my phone, watching random short dramas on my phone. I'm trying to like give myself some type of structure so I can like slowly build up my tolerance, I guess. If that's a, good way to put that. Because when I do, and I say when, not if, I say when, because I am going to, I'm putting it out there, I'm manifesting, I will find a job this year. Even if it's something that I just, do part-time or full-time, I'm not picky. Just something, I just want something that is not going to make me feel like I did back when I was working my corporate job. Like, I was so burnt out. I just was like not happy and not enjoying life at that time. But I know things will get better. And when I find that job, I want to kind of be able to be on the schedule, like being used to waking up at 7:30 or 6 o'clock and being able to get ready and clock in at like 8 or whenever. This one is a little harder than the other ones. I may have to add some. Okay, this one's a little bit harder than the other ones. So I'm going to add some liquid clay. That probably was too much to add. I don't even know if you saw that. I added liquid clay to that. I just used my clear liquid clay. This is the brand that I have. Can you see it? Am I in frame? I don't even know. But, and I'm hitting the camera, sorry. Mix this up. It's not mixing very well. This polymer clay is like the effect, so it's like kind of like already has like a translucent, like when it bakes it's already like kind of translucent. So I didn't have any other pink. I'm trying to use what I have because I have all this clay that's just sitting here getting harder and harder to use, and I don't want it to go to waste, because if you know, polymer clay is not cheap. For that little block, you're spending almost $3. So I don't want it to go to waste. I've been like conditioning clay for like the last couple of days, and my hands are shot almost. Between working in the garden and conditioning really hard polymer clay, I don't know which one is causing my hands to hurt more. Although I could just use a food processor and chop up the polymer clay that way, but I don't want to. Like, why make things easier on myself, right? Okay. So here we have our Pop Tarts, our little tarts, all iced out. And I think the next thing I'm going to do is grab our sprinkles. And these are sprinkles that I made. I originally made them for Valentine's Day. My little cupcakes. And I'm so glad that I decided to make a ton of them, because now I don't have to make a ton of sprinkles for these. I can just use what I have. Now, putting them on individually is probably going to be annoying, but we shall work through it. So I'm going to go ahead and just grab some of these sprinkles and place them on these Pop Tarts. I'm just trying to push them in with the tip of my tweezers, so that way they're secured on there. I'm sure there's probably an easier way to get some of these out. Like, let me try this. Okay. Well, I mean, that worked. Put some over here. This is gonna give me a headache. Like, I know I like make miniatures and stuff, but sometimes little tedious things like this drive me up a wall. That's like diamond painting. Oh my gosh, I have 2 diamond paintings that I started one and I was like, oh, I don't think this is for me. I like repetition, but it was a little much. It was a little much, and it started to drive me crazy. And I've had that diamond painting. Like, I was like, oh, I'm going to do diamond painting to kind of like, I don't know. It's like a therapy or whatever. Back when I first became unemployed. I was like, I'm going to do these diamond paintings. They look so cool. And I see other people do them. Yeah, it's cool what other people do them. It's not for me. And I just stopped. Like, it's nowhere near. I mean, it is, I would say, not even a third done. And I just gave up. I was like, I can't. But one of these days, I'm going to finish it. I promise. How much time? Well, we're at good time. I may have to like speed this video up. I don't want it to take forever. And then I think this would be cute with some, should we put blue on here? Why not? A little baby blue, mint blue, sky blue, whatever you want to call it. I mean, because it can look however we want it to look. It doesn't have to look like an exact Pop Tart. And I'm literally just going to push it with my finger. Okay. This is cute. Oh, I'm actually happy with how this is turning out. All right. Now for these. I think for the purple one, I'm going to do red. We'll sprinkle that on there. Maybe I'll take this big one off and break it into smaller pieces. And then we'll do red on this one too. Why was I sticking these on with those tweezers like individually, or trying to do it individually, when I can literally just do this? I was crazy. I literally must have been crazy. Nope, this works perfectly. And then for the pink, we're going to put purple. Oh my gosh, this is so much easier. What? It must be because it's late. I must be tired, right? Okay, take off these big ones. And break them up a little bit more. Okay. Okay. All right. I think these are done. I like them. I like them a lot. These are cute. You know what? I think I'm going to add, just so that this one is a little bit different, I'm going to add some green. I don't like the green. Oh no, I don't like the green. I'm glad I didn't push it in. I don't like the green. No. Oh gosh, okay. I probably didn't see that one off screen, but I put green sprinkles on here. I don't like the way it looks at all, so I took them off. And I think I'm just going to add some of my darker pink on here just to make it just a little bit different than the other one. Okay. Boom. Done. These are my little toaster strudel Pop Tart badge reels. Let's see. Let's get a close up. Oh, that's too close. There we go. That's them. They're done. I'm going to bake these, and then once they've cooled off, I will add them to the badge reel. So, Thank you for watching. This was another rambly, chatty video. I apologize if if that threw you off. I'm sorry. Sometimes I feel like I need to just come on here and just talk sometimes. But yeah, I hope you enjoyed the video, and I'll see you in the next one.